You need to flatten big.
What the heck?
Sorry, this is just like the highest tech looking interface. It's like every video game you've ever played. It's like, this is what you're looking at.
Oh, wait, what? Where did this come from?
Check this out, check this out. Don't do it, Ren!
Oh. It's just, I have a huge headache now.
What is this?
This is a CrashPad. I've been wanting one of these my entire life.
What's a CrashPad?
CrashPad is what you can jump onto from high distances and not hurt yourself. They're hard to find because they're a very specialty piece of hardware.
Is this what the big Hollywood stunt guys use?
This is what the big Hollywood stunt guys use. In fact, we bought it from big Hollywood stunt guys.
Oh snap! Is that what I think it is? Hold it. You need to.
Niko, be careful. Oh, it's stiff.
Remember what Brett taught you?
You didn't put your hand out at all or anything like that.
Well, I trust myself. I thought.
No, chicken up.
Don't use those hands.
You know backflip?
Where did this come from? I went to the bathroom for like 1 minute. And I come back and we got, what is this?
So we can do like diving.
How did that feel?
Better than it feels when you're on concrete.
So today we're with Chris, who works at Leica, and he has brought a very special piece of technology that I've just been oogling over. As you know, we like to recreate like digital environments in many ways. Sometimes we'll take like an HDR scan of an environment. Other times, like in anime self-driving cars, we'll like PhotoScan an entire environment with like a drone and stitch all the photos together and map it out to create a virtual environment. But Chris here has brought a special tool that can kind of do all that in one. Our goal for today is to PhotoScan our studio and the loading dock and basically get a 3D model and a digital recreation of our entire workspace.
Who can pull the coolest move going down there?
Oh, that just hurt.
What does it taste like?
I just can't taste right now. My brain molecules.
That new crack snack.
How do you feel?
Doesn't feel good at all. It's just, I have a huge headache now. Like instantaneous bad headache.
Dang! Brandon doesn't have a CrashPad inside of his skull, so his brain's still hitting his skull.
I like how we're doing this around the most dangerous things we could be doing this around. Like there's a guillotine here.
You know what we have to do though, right? We have to go put it over there so we jump off the balcony.
Come down, this is not safe.
Okay.
Previously, when we film a video like Boston Dynamics, for example, when we have to render out our 3D models of characters, we'll use something like an Insta360 camera here because basically we can take multiple photos of an environment and create an HDR image. And that HDR image allows us to separate the bright points from the dark points and basically light our scene. However, there was one small issue that led us to have to basically redo that lighting. When you scan a 360 HDR of an environment, you're basically getting a giant sphere. The problem though is that that sphere, it's not in 3 dimensions here, it's in 2. So when you have an issue like this where you have a scene that has a single top light, whenever the character is standing directly beneath the light, it's going to look completely natural. But suddenly, if the character steps in 3D space away from it, that 360 HDR, it's not going to move away. It's going to stick with your scene. When we filmed our Boston Dynamics video, we had to basically go through and in 3 dimensions put light sources back where they were. We couldn't like actually rely on just our image map. However, when you start using this and you have the LiDAR that actually scans your environment in 3 dimensions, you can feasibly have fully functioning 3D lighting environment that allows any characters to walk around in it and have the light sources react appropriately. What's the big difference though between using this and that?
The big differences are actually using a laser to collect measured points to create a 3D model actually.
Basically it makes it so your lights stick where they need to be. Let's try a scan here.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to like run and hide?
Brandon, we gotta work our way up to it.
Ren's like ready for it.
We gotta work our way up to it.
Push to the cliff. Jump.
Brandon, we gotta work our way up to it, god dang it.
Don't do it, Ren!
Everybody, there are proper ways to fall on a crash pad. We are having fun breaking it in, but
That is, you feel the acceleration. Yeah. Oh my god.
Check this out, check it out. Clint, hang on, man, hang on.
Hang on. Oh no!
Ready?
supposed to hold it.
They have bigger ones.
Even if you no, but
See his shoe went up there.
Hopefully we can use this for some cool videos in the future, right?
Yeah, this is what we can fall onto now. Anytime we need to jump off something, it's a little stiff.
Oh! Hey, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go.
Are you all right, man?
No, for real, I gotta get going, guys.
Here, man.
Nico, I'll catch you later, dude.
I'll see you later.
Peace out.
Take your backpack off.
No, for real, I gotta go though. I gotta go. I'll
Get
catch
out
you
of
guys.
here, man. You're dirty.
What are we gonna do? Whoa!
I don't know if that was a squishy sound more than a fart from Cliff.
Oh, it smells bad, dude. For real this time, for real. I'm leaving.
So, loading dock's done. We're gonna start our, we're gonna chart our course from the loading dock back into the studio. Like, what if we actually just turn this data into a VR game? Because that'd be pretty sweet. We're gonna do maybe like 1 or 2 more before we actually hit the studio. Because we're at like the faster mode where it's only 3 minutes per scan instead of like 4.5.
Dude, you guys gotta keep. All right, for real? If it's right in the middle of the door, like I'm gonna fall over.
Yeah, we'll move it. We'll move it.
Okay. That's you, dude.
So the scan's done. Like, we went through the loading dock, through the hallway, studio, and a couple of the cool rooms here.
13, 14 scans.
So what's the next step with this?
We're trying to get to having a full version of this model that we can use for upcoming videos and potentially even use as a virtual tour for anyone who wants to see what our studio is like. This is a lot of data. Look at this. Like, this is crazy.
So again, this is just kind of like preview of the data. This will be all up.
How are we gonna put all this data together?
And all these scans really don't know where they are in 3D space, so it all comes to overlapping data. And then essentially like putting a puzzle together. Here's an example of a top-down view of the scans we've taken. These chunks, this chunk over here is one bundle that's all been together, and I've got 2 other scans that have not been registered yet. So if I just hit this link, and we'll hit optimize, and just see it snaps them together. We hit create link.
This is just like the highest tech looking interface. Right? When you go to the map, that's like, it's like every video game you've ever played. It's like, this is what you're looking at.
The 3D version is like some like Ocean's 11 shit. Like
Through these doors, each of which requires a different 6-digit code changed every 12 hours.
So we'll do that one more time with this scan over here. Just get it close to where it should be. Say, hey, register with that one. Hit optimize, and it snaps it together.
Oh my God.
Create link.
That's so stupidly easy looking. Of all the scans we've done though, like piecing multiple scans together is by far the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do. Really a good example though is also like when we were doing that anime self-driving cars video. When we did our full road scan, we needed a longer road than the actual piece. So I ended up just duplicating it and aligning it. But the problem is that the road texture was pretty good, but the seams kind of killed the whole thing, which led us to basically just making our own road over the whole thing and just calling it a day. I keep bringing up this Boston Dynamics video because the whole process we went through for this video is like the complicated version of what we just did, of like having to rebuild the environment and measure everything and project textures out. And for us though, like it's funny because when we're doing it, we're saying, you know, screw it. These are all right angles. We're not measuring angles of anything. We're just assuming that everything is nice and straight. And so throughout the whole process, we're noticing inconsistencies all over the place, and we're just like, maybe we just suck and can't figure this out. But like, no, it's like things are just slightly off in real life. I wish there was like something like this when we were doing that. Well, yeah, man, thank you so much for coming by, making the time to come out here. Hopefully we can get this out to you guys so that way you can take a look and see what our studio's like without having to fly out here or work here. Yeah.
Appreciate it.